A man who can't control himself can't control anything in life. If you let emotions take over, react impulsively instead of thinking things through, then you are no different from an immature child. A real man doesn't act out of impatience, but out of calculation. How many times have you made a rushed decision only to regret it? How many times have you let anger ruin relationships, work, or life-changing opportunities? Impulsiveness is a sign of immaturity, and if you don't learn to control it, you will always be a loser. Maturity begins with composure. Want to know how to build resilience? Take control of situations instead of being swept away by life? Keep watching. If you feel the positive energy, don't forget to like this video and share a meaningful comment. They cannot control their emotions. They react instinctively instead of thinking. They speak before thinking, act before considering, and then suffer the consequences. Impulsiveness turns a man into a puppet in the hands of others. They are easily manipulated, quick to anger, and prone to making mistakes. In work, they make hasty decisions and fail. In relationships, they rush into the wrong people and end up hurting themselves. An impulsive man is not in control of his life. He is a slave to circumstances. If you can't control yourself, you will be controlled. If you don't think ahead, you will set yourself up for failure. Do you want to be a respectable man or someone who constantly regrets his foolish decisions? Choose. Impulsiveness is not just a bad habit. It is the clearest proof that a man is not yet mature. An impulsive man is always behind in the game because he does not have control over himself. He is led by emotions, manipulated by circumstances, and ultimately becomes a victim of his own foolish decisions. Think about it. When you react impulsively, who is really in control? Not you. It is the person who made you angry, the one who made you anxious, or something that triggered your weak instincts. You are dancing to someone else's tune without even realizing it. In work, impulsive men easily make mistakes. They jump from job to job because they lack patience, blindly invest in sure-win opportunities only to lose money, and make rash decisions without thinking about long-term consequences. They are the type of people who want immediate success without putting in real effort. In relationships, impulsive men are easy prey for intelligent women. They are led by emotions, manipulated by superficial attraction, and then realize they have placed their trust in the wrong person when it is already too late. An impulsive man can never take control of a relationship. He is always the pursuer, the passive one, the loser. A weak man is not someone who lacks physical strength, but someone who cannot control his own mind. If you cannot master yourself, the world will master you. And if you let that happen, do not ask why your life remains a series of failures. Impulsiveness is not just a bad habit, it is the fastest way to failure. A foolish decision made in seconds can destroy years of effort. A thoughtless word can cost you an important relationship. A reckless action can make you pay for the rest of your life. In careers, impulsive men frequently jump from one job to another, never building a solid foundation. They want immediate results, but lack the patience to truly excel at anything. They are trapped in an endless cycle of failure and disappointment. In finance, impulsiveness is the #1 enemy. Men who cannot control their greed and fear often fall into risky investments, scams, and reckless spending. They do not build wealth, they destroy it. And in relationships, impulsive men often choose the wrong women, love the wrong way, and end up in misery. They do not take control. They let emotions lead them, only to become failures in their own lives. If this video made you think, hit like now, comment below. How have you applied Stoicism in your life? Stoic success, unbreakable mindset, total control. One, what is composure? Composure is not slowness. It does not mean you are passive or indecisive. On the contrary, composure is absolute strength, the strength of control, discipline, and self-mastery. A composed man is not someone without emotions, but someone who does not let emotions dictate his actions. Composure is when someone insults you, but you do not react immediately like a hot-headed child. You observe, evaluate, and decide whether the situation is worth your energy. Composure is when life throws a major challenge at you, and instead of panicking or complaining, you accept it as a test and find a solution. Look at truly powerful men. Do they ever lose control? Do they scream when insulted? Do they jump into meaningless fights just to protect their ego? No. They stay calm, think strategically, and act with certainty. Composure does not mean you do not act. It means you act at the right time, in the right way, with full calculation and control. A man who can master himself can master the world. If you do not learn to be composed, you will always be a puppet controlled by emotions and circumstances. 2. Why must a mature man be composed? Because this world does not belong to the weak. And the weak are not those who lack muscles, but those who lack self-control. If you cannot control your emotions, others will manipulate you. If you react impulsively instead of thinking, you will be caught in someone else's game. Look at successful men. Do they ever lose their composure under pressure? A CEO negotiating a multi-million-dollar deal cannot let emotions cloud his judgment. A fighter in the ring cannot let anger take over and lose control. A real man never allows external circumstances to dictate his actions. Women respect composed men. When you lose control, she knows you are weak. When you overreact, she knows you are easily shaken. But when you remain composed, she feels secure, something a true man must provide. Life is full of challenges. If you are not composed, you will make rushed, poor decisions and be trapped in regret. But if you can master yourself, you can master everything. 3. Examples of composure and success. Do you want to understand the power of composure? Look at the most powerful men in the world. They are not the ones who scream, slam tables, or react impulsively. They are the ones who observe, analyze, and make decisions with cold precision. Warren Buffett, one of the greatest investors of all time. When the market panics, he remains calm, patiently waiting for opportunities. While thousands lose everything due to reckless decisions, Buffett becomes wealthier through absolute self-control. Elon Musk, under immense pressure from the media, shareholders, and repeated failures, he never overreacts. Instead, he continues building Tesla, SpaceX, and turning bold ideas into reality. If Musk lost control every time he faced failure, he would have never come this far. The greatest warriors, from Japanese samurai to top fighters like Khabib Nurmagomedov, they all share one trait: composure. They do not let opponents provoke them, nor do they allow emotions to cloud their judgment. Their calmness is what helps them win, in the arena and in life. Composure is not an option. It is a requirement if you want to be a respected man. Do you want to control the game, or remain a pawn being manipulated by others? 1. Control your emotions. Don't react immediately to problems. Have you ever gotten angry and said something you regretted immediately after? Have you ever reacted impulsively to a situation and then realized you sabotaged yourself? If so, you are living as a slave to your emotions, not as a man who controls his own life. A real man does not let emotions control him. He feels them but does not react immediately. When someone insults you, you have two choices. Jump up like an immature child, or stay calm and decide the smartest response. When facing difficulties, you can panic and complain, or keep a cool head and find solutions. The difference between failure and success lies in that moment, the moment you choose to react or take control. If you do not control your emotions, others will control you. Women will test your patience, colleagues will provoke you, and society will push you into stressful situations. If you always react on impulse, you will always be the weak one. Remember, a strong man is not the loudest in the room, but the one who remains in control when everything turns chaotic. Do you want to be a king or a puppet? The choice is yours. 2. Train critical thinking. Always think twice before deciding. One foolish decision can destroy an entire life. One careless word can end an important relationship. Impulsive men act without thinking, while high-level men always question their decisions before acting. Critical thinking is the strongest weapon that keeps you from making foolish mistakes. When someone says something that upsets you, do you stop to consider what they truly mean? When you see an investment opportunity, do you question whether it is truly good or just a trap? When you feel the urge to react, do you think about the long-term consequences? Successful men never make decisions out of anger or excitement. They ask questions, verify information, and think twice, or 3, 4 times before acting. That is why they win. If you do not want to be manipulated by emotions, the media, or sweet-talking deceivers, start practicing critical thinking now. Before you speak, before you act, ask yourself, is this really the best decision? Does this bring me closer to my goals? If not, do not do it. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you find this video helpful. It's the best way to support me in creating more valuable content. 3. Learn to wait and be patient. Acting fast is not always good. Modern society glorifies speed. Everyone wants instant results. Get rich fast, succeed fast, have everything immediately. But this is the harsh truth. The most valuable things in life never come instantly. An impatient man is an easy target. You see an investment promising massive returns and jump in without thinking? Congratulations, you just lost your money. You rush into a relationship based on temporary attraction without understanding the other person? Get ready, pain is coming. Patience does not mean inaction. It means you know when to wait and when to act. A farmer cannot force a tree to grow faster. An investor cannot expect overnight riches. A warrior does not strike immediately. He observes, waits for the right moment, and then delivers the decisive blow. The impulsive man is always the loser. A real man understands that the long game is the only game worth playing. So if you want success, learn to wait. Not everything comes immediately, but the things that truly matter always belong to those who are patient. 4. Focus on what you can control. Stop worrying about what you can't. One of the clearest signs of a weak man is that he spends his life worrying about things he cannot control. He complains about the economy, about politics, about how unfair the world is. He blames everything except himself. But this is the truth. You cannot control the economy. You cannot change politics overnight. You cannot force the world to revolve around you. But you can control one thing: yourself. A strong man does not waste time stressing over things beyond his reach. He focuses on himself, on his work, and on the actions that bring real results. If his company is cutting jobs, he does not complain. He improves his skills so that he becomes irreplaceable. If the economy shifts, he does not panic. He adapts. The time you spend worrying about what you cannot control could be used to build a better life. So ask yourself, do you want to be the man who complains or the man who takes control of his destiny? The choice is yours. 5. Practice meditation and self-discipline. Build mental resilience. True strength is not just in muscles, it is in the mind. A man who can lift hundreds of kilos but crumbles under mental pressure is not strong. He is just a big, weak man. If you want to control your life, you must first control your mind. Meditation is not some vague practice for idle people. It is the ultimate tool for mastering inner control. Samurai warriors, great leaders, and successful entrepreneurs, they all understand the power of stillness. Meditation helps you observe instead of react. Master your emotions instead of being controlled by them. But meditation alone is not enough. You also need self-discipline. Without discipline, you will always be a slave to your impulses, oversleeping, procrastinating, overeating, wasting money foolishly. A disciplined man commands himself instead of being ruled by desires. He wakes up on time, gets his work done, trains his body, and never allows himself to fall into self-indulgence. If you cannot control yourself, you control nothing. Train your mental resilience. It is the foundation of all success in life. If you still let emotions control you, you will always be a loser. A real man does not act on impulse, he acts with calculation. Composure is not weakness, it is true strength. A man who controls himself controls his life. A man who is impulsive is just a puppet in someone else's hands. You can continue being hot-headed, impatient, and full of regrets, or you can train yourself to be composed and take control of your destiny. Make your choice. Thank you for being here. If you found this video helpful, subscribe, turn on notifications, and like this video. Don't forget to leave a comment so we can spread positivity together.